Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me. As of 9:27, we do not have the promo listed on Draftkings. It usually comes in about 10:30, so keep your eye out for it. I have all the data ran. I have all of the player lines up, so we are good to make the video. Just stay tuned for the actual promo itself. Today's slate, I'm going to talk about it slightly differently. There are only 2 games, and what I did was I went ahead and unevenly, I'm just now noticing this is not lined up and centered. I apologize. Crunch the numbers for this 2 respective series. Indy and Milwaukee are averaging 26 threes a game, and New York and Philadelphia are averaging 24. So I don't think you can go wrong with either of these games tonight. I think Indy shoots a little bit better at home, so if you want to go that route, I would say that is probably the game to target. And they don't have an outlier of a small sample here like Philly does with 16. The lowest for Indy is 23. So if you want my vote, it would probably be to go with the Indy game in terms of volume expected for free bets returned. But thankfully, we do not have Orlando and Cleveland on the slate because we would be skipping it if we did. Another thing I also did was I went ahead and listed the players who shot and made for the series itself. So in this specific series, Turner has missed, Nesmith has missed, Halliburton has missed, Turner, Nembhard, and Halliburton have all hit. Lopez and Lillard have missed. Lillard and Lopez have also both hit. So that is a really small kind of idea of who's taking the first threes in this series. Again, we got an average of 26. So let's look at some lines. Beasley, I think is funny that he is that low. Yes, obviously he is a three-point shooter, and that's where he finds a lot of his points. I know Lillard is also not playing tonight, but I still think 370, he hasn't really earned that as of late. Miles Turner, though, has. Miles Turner has earned 450, and he's shot 2, made 1, and he leads the team, tied with Siakam for attempts. Siakam is going to get a lot of attention down here at 19-1. Although this series he has not shot one first, he has shot 9 first threes on the season and made 3. So at 19-1, I know that's what he sat at on Tuesday and was a lot of people's picks. So if you want to look for a long shot, maybe some value, you can look at Siakam. I don't like Patrick Beverley there. I know that he hit a few last game. Bobby Portis has kind of stepped inside the arc a little bit in terms of offense. So he only shot 3 last game and made 1 total. Nembhard, though, I think is very interesting. Shot 4, made 2. He's been shooting a lot more often, and he's sitting at 11-1. Also Nesmith. And I know I said this last video that I like those 2 guys, and I'll say it again. I don't know if they're priced exactly correct given the offensive system that Indy has in place, especially in these playoffs. Middleton kind of sits in the middle, no pun intended, 650. I think it'd be a fine play. And Brook Lopez, 550. I think Middleton hit the second one last promo, so Tuesday. But Lopez I like at 550. He'll trickle down to 425 if I had to guess. That's where he went off last week. So if you like any of these guys, again, you got to get in early. I don't know who my official play is going to be. I may throw some free bets on Siakam, Nembhard, and Nesmith, and I may look at Middleton and Lopez. But I never decide until an hour before tip-off because I can't get my $50 down until that anyway. So we're not worried about it right now. New York and Philadelphia. We go back to Philadelphia. This game should be excellent, just like every game in this series has been excellent down to the wire. Truly good basketball in this one. So Josh Hart, Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, and DiVincenzo have all shot the first 3 for New York. 3 times New York has cashed the first 3. Maxey, Lowry, Oubre, and Harris. So if you are keeping track at home, that's 8 different players, which means it's kind of a crapshoot. And the odds do reflect that, thankfully. I know I said Tobias Harris, Anunoby, and Josh Hart were a value on Tuesday. Tobias Harris hit. I had a $5 free bet on him. So I made $65, but then I lost $50 betting on the Pacer game. So that's positive. And it's ugly, but it is positive. So that's kind of what I have to do with this promo. I've only been hitting free bets. I have not been hitting any of my actual wagers. So, but I still think I'm up with the free bets. So anyway, As far as this, I do think Maxey is great value at 370 right now. And I think he went off on Tuesday at 285. So I expect him to trickle sub 300. So if you like Maxey, I would lock him in early if you're getting the chance to. As far as free bets goes, golly, I like anybody over Tobias Harris. I mean, Harris, Anunoby, Oubre, Lowry, and Embiid, I think are all really good prices at 11-1, especially given some of their track records, right? 6 for Lowry, 6 for Oubre, and 8 for Harris. So the volume's there. So if you were attacking this game, I would maybe think about going 50 on Maxey and then throwing some free bets on his teammates. Just how I would play it. But again, this promo is a little bit of a crapshoot. It's a little bit random. It's a lot of it random. And if you're doing this for entertainment, for fun, then I think that's the way you have to do it. If you're expecting this to just be dripping in EV, you're probably going to be disappointed. So final notes for this game. I think Maxey's good at 370, but I wouldn't take him below 300. Otherwise, I think anybody in this Harris to Embiid range is pretty good in terms of value and in terms of free bets. For the Pacers, I'm really gravitating towards the same area, this Lopez to Nimbard range. I think this is where you're going to see your value. So that's what I got for you today. Good luck if you play this promo. Hopefully we get it. I don't even know if I want to hope for getting this promo again next Tuesday, but I enjoy making these videos, so that's what we'll hope for. All right, take care and enjoy these games.